everyone, what's going on? Joey here, and this is a video that I did not expect to make today. I was not even on the boardwalk, I'm nowhere even near anything. I'm actually in my home studio, and for a while now, you guys have been pretty much sending me whispers that something is going on in Wildwood Crest with the Oceanview Motel on Rambler Avenue. And it wasn't until yesterday that I started flying the drone around, I noticed that something didn't look right. And I think we might need your help for something. And so before we get started, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, and you give this video a thumbs up. Let's get started. For those who don't know, obviously we started the Wildwood Video Archive to preserve the history of the Wildwoods. You know, whenever there was film, whether it's in a estate sale or on eBay, we always buy it, we digitize it, we put it online. We use a lot of different technologies to go ahead and preserve the history that we once had down here. The other part of the Wildwood Video Archive is preserving the history that's already standing. Whether it is something that we can't save and so we videotape it so that it can be preserved online, or it's what's happening right now where we're trying to save an actual building. And the worst part is that it's such a hush-hush thing that this is probably the first time you're ever hearing about it, because I just heard about it literally a half an hour ago. And that's why I'm like, we need to talk about this, because there is a chance that we can save this building. Now, for those who don't know, a little refresh for you, the Oceanview Motel is located in Wildwood Crest on Rambler Avenue. It is a beachfront building that's been around, I don't remember the exact year, I think it's 1962. It is built in the mid-century doo-wop style that we all love and know today. That's what Wildwood Crest is. It is the definition of mid-century. From the way the walks are, like where the railings are, the way that the roofs are slanted a certain way, it is a googly building, you name it. You know, it's got everything you need to be considered a mid-century motel. Well, in the past few years, back in 2005, it was sold, and there was rumors that it was being demolished, but ultimately it wasn't. And the owner of the motel, he kept this place up and running for a while. Now, just the other day, I was flying my drone over the Admiral because the Admiral is doing a lot of construction over there. We have a video on that coming out very soon. And while I was doing that video, I flew over the Oceanview because someone wrote something in the Sprout, the Cape May Herald Sprout, saying that one of the buildings over there is being condemned. And I'm like, there's only two. And the Admiral's getting work done. I've seen the permits. It's got to be the Oceanview. Well, we flew over it, and you take a look and you tell me what you see. Things going on here. First of all, this would be the first time I have ever seen a motel not close up for the winter. The pool was left open. It's green now. The lawn chairs are out and about. They have tarps on the roof. You could see some exposed structure. I guess you kind of can say, it's hard to see in the video, but where the actual lobby is and the roof comes down, it's exposed, the structure. Where the pool deck is, you can see that they built in all these logs so that it doesn't collapse. Now, once I saw that, I reached out to fellow historians down here. Taylor Henry from the Wildwood Historical Society, who she's the president of. We both sit on the board for the Preservation League down here in the Wildwoods. And I know that a year ago, they submitted an application to the state of New Jersey's DEP to make that a landmark building. Why? Well, there's a long story behind it, but let's make it really short for you guys. It's a historical building because A, there's not many of those ones left, and B, the architecture in that building is one of a kind. You're not going to find a motel like that, not only in the state of New Jersey, but in America. The only other one that looked similar to it was the Satellite Motel. We lost that one in 2005. So to say that this building is historical, especially the lobby, is extremely important. Now, doing what I do a lot of research when it comes to all of my articles. You see, we do a ton of history videos on here. I got so many lined up for you guys. You know, why Wildwood Crest is dry, which is there's actually no written letter for when they actually made that a law and why they did it. It's kind of weird. And so when it came to this motel, I really started digging in. I reached out to the DEP to figure out what happened with the application. It's in process. We'll get probably mid-January, probably early February, we're going to go ahead and get an answer whether or not it can be landmarked. And while doing research, one of our other historians down here, Jake, sent me a message saying, did you see this post? Well, there was an architect who was down in Wildwood today, and while he's down, he's posting pictures saying, oh, look at this beautiful motel. It's Art Deco. The architecture is beautiful, but we're going to make it into condos. Now, this is something that we're used to down here. This is called adaptive reuse. This is where the shell of the actual building stays, and they go ahead and they renovate the inside. For the most part, look at the Singapore motel right now. Okay, it's in the process of being taken down as a motel, but the structure's staying the same, and they're making it into condos. So they're getting rid of every other room, they're renovating the entire thing, and then they're going to be selling them as condos. So the building is still there, maybe not as much as the historical sense of it all, but it is still there. So adaptive reuse. Now, when it comes to the Oceanview Motel, I wound up actually reaching out to the architect because I was like, what is going on here? Well, I got a lot of information because last week when I started doing the research on this, I tried reaching out to the owner. Well, it's an LLC. Well, an LLC is ran by lawyers, so I called the lawyers, so I tried to contact through them, and the owner never got back to me. But this architect told me a lot of information. He's a great guy, and believe it or not, he's done a lot of work preserving buildings. So when I got a call with him, I explained what we do here. I talked to him for a little bit, and he's like, I didn't know this. The owner doesn't even know this. And I said, yeah, we've been trying to contact the owner for a while now. And the DEP should have the information and they'll be getting everything very shortly. So he gave me a lot of information. Some of it, I'm going to just say it's all bad news. The new owner, because right now it is for sale, but it's going to be sold soon. The new owner had hired him to come out and plan some kind of adaptive reuse, but not really. Okay? When it comes to the motel, currently it holds 112 rooms. Now, the building shell itself, think of the lobby and the shell where the actual motel rooms are two different things. He said to me, so there's 112 rooms. They want to knock that down to 57. And that's just by combining units, and that's fine. You know, that shell itself, they'll kind of redo that and make it the class it needs to be in order to sell them. I understand that. It is what it is. What's going on with the Ocean Holiday right now? But the important part, the lobby of the Oceanview Motel, what pretty much gives it that mid-century Wildwood look, he told me they want to demolish. I can't let that happen. You can't let that happen. That is history. That is something that belongs down in the Wildwoods. I'm sorry, we're not Avalon, we're not Stone Harbor, we're not Ocean City. No offense to them, they have no character. Look at Cape May. You think of Cape May, you think of what? You think of Victorian houses. When you think of Wildwood Crest, what do you think? You don't think of condos, you think of mid-century motels. And so right now, this is the only time we've ever gotten this much notice to save a motel, at least the mid-century part of it. I have no problem with them making them into condos. Adaptive reuse, it's necessary. But there's so many things you can use that lobby for. You know, especially if you're making them condos. You know, you're going to have a main entrance in there. You're going to have a game room up there. There's so many things. Reach out to me, owners. We'll figure out something. So this is where I need your help. So we submitted that application to the state DEP. We're going to hear from them probably late January, early February. Here's the information you need to know. On February 15th, 2022, at City Hall, they're going to be holding a zoning and planning meeting for this building. They're going to present the blueprints that they're working on right now. They're going to present them to the city and the public. That's where public opinion and comments come in. We need to save this history because that's a part of the Wildwoods. That is our identity. Dua, mid-century. This is the only time we've ever gotten this much notice for this, where we can actually make a difference and save history. So I need your help. Share this video, get this out there. If you live down there, if you love this architecture right into the city, reach out to the city. Let them know we need to go ahead and preserve at least the lobby of this hotel. We understand the signage, the Oceanview Motel sign, that's going away. That's fine. But if you look at the Singapore Motel right now, you'll notice you won't recognize it as Singapore Motel because they got rid of any resemblance of it. Here with the Oceanview, we have a chance. Anyway, sorry for getting emotional. I don't really fight for too much, but this is something I'm definitely fighting for. But I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. And a special thank you out to my patrons on patreon.com. It's because of you guys I get to spend hours doing research on buildings like this to try to get our history saved. If you want to support this channel, please join our patrons on patreon.com. I'll have a link in the description below. Anyway, I'm Joey, and as always, I'll see you on the beach, which I'm kind of far away from right now, but please stay safe and sound. And if I don't speak to you, which I have plenty I literally have so many Christmas videos for you guys. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.